Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ashley Altra for Browser Streaming Network, and for today I'm going to be teaching you the benefits of the light belt, the dark belt, and the dark necklaces. I don't have a light necklace, so I can't really teach you about the light necklace. However, the light necklace is the same philosophy as the dark necklace, just as the light belt is the same philosophy as the dark belt, mostly. So what we're going to teach first is what the benefits are of having the dark necklace. As you can see, I had just put on a wind necklace, and I have also put on a wind belt. So we're going to go in here and we're going to get our butts kicked. And this is the reason why the dark necklace at level 13 is why you want to covet it so heavily. So the dark necklace can be worn, I do believe, at level 13. Let me take a good look at that. Whoops. Oh, you can wear it at level 11. Never mind. So you can wear it at level 11. It used to be 13. They changed it. And what it does is it will turn your attack element when you're attacking into dark. But first, we're going to check out the benefit as to why it is better than elemental belts. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the elemental belt and the elemental necklace. Your standard level 4 and level 6 belt. Yoo-hoo! As you can see, with that wind belt, that elemental belt, he is doing a fair sizable amount of damage to me. He's doing about 300 damage a hit to me, just by whacking me with it. See, and that's the thing with the elemental belt, is that once you get to level 30, these elemental belts become obsolete. You'll no longer need to use these anymore. So you won't be taking all that kind of damage anymore. So, and as you can see also, when I try to hit him back, you'll notice his HP isn't going down as well as it could. Why? Because we're using a wind necklace. And at level 11, you will want to replace your wind necklace with a dark necklace. So this will change your element to dark. And what's so good about dark? Dark is strong against all 4 elements. So doesn't matter what element the enemy is, if you have a dark necklace, you're going to be hitting them really, really hard. Adding to that, the dark belt here, this is a level 90 version of it, but there is a level 30 version of the dark belt, just literally called dark belt. And what it does is it changes your defense to dark. And what does that do for you? It protects you from all 4 elemental attacks from the enemy. So it is an exceptionally powerful belt. Same with the light belt. The light belt does the exact same thing as the dark belt does, in that it is much stronger against all 4 of the elements, as opposed to these basic elemental belts, which you saw that thing was creaming me with. So we're going to let him bash at me again, and you're going to notice the difference. You'll notice that the damage has gone down substantially. There goes my tutorial monster. But you'll notice that my damage had gone down substantially from 300 plus damage a hit down to 200. And that's without protections. Like, I don't have Naamite and I don't have Faz Nadur. Now, the thing about Faz Nadur is that when you have a dark belt and a light belt, you can finally have Faz Nadur from a wizard cast upon you to amplify your elemental defense, which is dark or light, which makes them far, far stronger than they originally are. So That's the purpose of the dark and the light belt. We're gonna go back in here. Yeah, he killed my tutorial. Hold on. We gotta go and get another tutorial creature. Alright, let's go over here. Ah! Come on, damn it. Get over here. Get over here. He's probably gonna try and blast me with a spell. So we gotta be careful with him. Alright. So now that we've got our tutorial monster back, we're going to continue on. Okay, there we go. So now that I've equipped the dark necklace, you remember how it took quite a few swings to get that goblin's HP down, because we were using an elemental necklace, which is now completely obsolete. The dark necklace rules the day. And you'll notice just how much quicker his HP just drops down to nothing. So the dark necklace is far, far stronger than the elemental necklaces are. And see, Fosnadur works exactly the way that it works for you. Whereas it amplifies your light belt and dark belt, Fosnadur will amplify the enemy's element, and because the enemy's element is, well, one of the 4 elements, dark is extremely strong against all 4 elements, and that will make it far, far more easier for you to hit and kill your enemy. So that's how the necklaces and the belts work in conjunction with the wizard spell Fosnadur, and why Fosnadur is such a necessity for all wizards to have. Because once you get to level 30 and you can put on the light belt or the dark belt, you can have that wizard cast Fosnadur on yourself, and it'll allow you to do far, far more damage and take much, much less damage. Now, do not let your wizard Fosnadur you when you're wearing an elemental belt, because this is the reason why. When you get Fosnadured, it amplifies the defense of the element, which means this is wind, right? That means it only amplifies wind. If an enemy is coming at you and they've got like an earth element or fire element or water element, they're going to beat the living snot out of you. Like, they're going to do almost 1,000 damage a hit to you. So do not ask wizards to Foz you until you get to level 30, when you could put on the light belt and the dark belt. And the dark belt and the light belt, once again, amplifies your defense, and because they are super strong against all 4 elements, then you are far more protected than if you were Fozzed and only being protected by 1 element. With the dark and light, you're protected from all 4. So 25% defense, 100% defense. I hope that makes sense. And of course, the dark necklace and the light necklace work exactly the same as the dark and the light belt. When you have the enemy Fosnadured, light and dark are both extremely strong against all 4 elements. The only time that you ever swap between a dark and a light belt when you're Fozzed is you will want to switch to a light belt against enemies that are attacking you with light spells, like Deo Surge Gar, any kind of light spell like that. You'll want to switch to the light belt to make yourself extremely powerful against light attacks. Same with the dark necklace. When you go down into like the chthonic remains and things like that, and I believe Mount Girrigan, you'll want to wear the dark necklace, because all the enemies there are dark element. So they'll blast you with a bunch of dark spells, and you'll want to wear the dark belt because you're going to be far more stronger. Whereas Shinewood Forest, SW35, they use light attacks, so you'll want to be Fosnadored with a light belt. So I do hope that this little tutorial gives you a better sense of why the dark necklaces and the light necklaces, also known as the lumen necklace, are far stronger than the elemental necklaces. And as soon as you reach level 11, pursue the dark gold jade necklaces. Now the problem is that they only drop in high level areas, so just ask a veteran player for one, because high level veterans go hunting all the time. Dark necklaces are never at a premium. They'll most likely just give you one because they're all over the place in high level areas and they just scoop them all up. So that's going to be it for today's tutorial. I do hope that you all enjoyed this one. A little bit of background info on the dark belt, light belt, dark necklace, and light necklace, otherwise known as lumen necklace. That's it for today. Have a good one.